Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spiltush. Today's video is kind of a crazy one, so buckle up. We're going to talk about the YouTube community and drama that James Charles has caused. Once again, James Charles has caused drama, but this time he's stirring the pot by coming for the tea community. On an episode of Heard Well, Loud and Clear, there was a roundtable of YouTubers at the table all discussing the LGBTQ+ community. The YouTubers included were James Charles, Miles McKenna, Anna Akana, Kingsley, and Connor Franta. They were discussing, according to the description of the video, their personal journeys finding their place within the LGBTQ+ community, the struggles they faced, their triumphs, and everything in between. During this video, somebody brought up the tea community, and everyone at the table just got riled up. James Charles comes out to say all tea communities should be deleted by saying this exactly, quote, "We should keep this question short and sweet because the more people talk about them, the more attention they get. I think the majority of them are absolutely awful. I think they should all be deleted." Then he continued on to say, "There are some that literally upload stories of something within minutes of it happening. Like, did you even do research? Did you even look at all sides of the situation? Did you even think about this? Or did you literally just upload this because you know the title is going to get views? It's always the latter." James Charles is such a powerful force in the YouTube community. As a creator with as much power as to say you have the CEO of YouTube on speed dial is scary and can be seen as threatening. Yes, the tea community has talked about James Charles a lot, but it's not as though he was singled out just for fun. James Charles was accused earlier this year of some pretty intense allegations, and as the tea community, we needed to shed light and make subscribers aware of the situation at hand. James denied everything that he was accused of, and that was reported accordingly. Although James and the majority of the table agree that tea channels are not news, that is simply their own opinion. News outlets give their opinions on stories all the time. Like when they transition from story to story and try to make everything flow, they will say a little something about the story before getting into another one. We are news, we research, we include facts, and when something seems uneasy, we speak up. A lot of the YouTube community has witnessed some pretty upsetting things and won't speak up on their peers because they don't want their connections broken or to get hated on by a fandom. The tea community brings that accountability. There's a difference between hate and constructive criticism. For example, with the recent Jaclyn Hill drama, there were plenty of videos that circulated around, and truthfully, every single video gave her advice. We also asked questions. We made videos not to hate on Jaclyn Hill just because she made a lipstick, but to advise others about the harmful objects that were found within the lipstick. The tea community gave a warning to consumers that the CEO of a company was refusing to give. We hold YouTubers accountable. Celebrity news stations have made their way to YouTube from the rise of Awesomeness TV, Clever News, to the more mainstream E! Entertainment Tonight, Extra, Access Hollywood. These major news outlets have hosts that talk about celebrities the same way tea channels talk about YouTubers. Just because tea channels edit their own videos and research their own topics doesn't mean their facts aren't legit. What's the point in making up facts for your audience? That doesn't make anybody look good. In order to build a fan base, you need trust. Listen, E! Especially will give the news about someone and then proceed to talk about their opinions on that person. Example, Taylor Swift and Scooter Braun's drama, where Taylor Swift wants to own the rights to her own music, but never got the chance to buy them back. Instead, they were given to Scooter Braun when he acquired Big Machine Records. News outlets, especially entertainment, have always used opinions or commentary as a way to transition from story to story, the same way the tea channels do. For example, sticking with the Taylor Swift story, they would say, Taylor Swift recently took to Tumblr to share her thoughts on Scooter Braun, now acquiring Big Machine Records, and she's upset that she can't own her own discography. The host would typically come back and say, wow, well guys, I never really liked Taylor, but yeah, I gotta feel bad for her. If that's not something you think a tea channel does, then I don't know, guys. That's the same opinions I'm always hearing in tea videos. Opinions are all around us, and we know they are not facts, but tea channels can give their input here and there. But it's always clear with an I think or I personally believe. Just like in regular news that's on the big networks like ABC, NBC, and CBS. Listen, YouTubers aren't really covered at all by the major news outlets. The biggest scandals make news when it could potentially involve legal action, like when Jake Paul's neighbors were upset, and after Logan Paul's video. He later went on to apologize on television even. This video I'm making here is giving you the facts. Though what happened? You are free to form your own opinion about what James Charles was saying here. That's the point of the community, to inform subscribers about the people they are watching. We give you information on what we know. Sometimes we say an opinion on it, and you're free to agree or disagree. When the story broke about Romeo Lacoste messaging girls on Instagram that were not 18 or older, the story was pretty large, but not large enough for the mass media. If Drama Alert hadn't existed, we wouldn't have gotten an interview with Romeo Lacoste hearing his side of the story. The story never made it to the larger news outlets, but Romeo was a big name on YouTube and he tattooed so many YouTubers. Who would have spread the message about him with the allegations that were against him? Just the DMs that were going around Twitter were not enough to get the word out there. Drama Alert and the rest of the community had to bring it to light. That's one of the stories I wish could have gotten bigger, made it to the bigger media outlets, because there were so many girls that had messages from him. It was a message that needed to be screamed from the mountaintops, that even though you're a celebrity, when a fan comes to make an advance at you, knowing they're not of age, even though they contacted you first, you still can't talk to them this way. You are still responsible. If James Charles really wants T channels to be deleted, he's practically saying he doesn't believe in freedom of speech or freedom of the press. Which is ironic because he said in the video that he has all of the T channels blocked. But when his scandal was going down earlier this year, he was in T channels DMs trying to tell his side of the story that was different than Tati's. James Charles is so powerful in the YouTube community that because people made live streams of his Social Blade subscriber count, YouTube has made the decision to change the way subscriber counts are shown. It was announced that by the end of the year, each YouTuber subscriber count will be changed to a rounded number, an abbreviated number. So if you're at 12,345 subscribers, your sub count will only show 12K. Because of this change, Social Blade is said to be ineffective, and live subscriber counts will be no longer. One might think that the elimination of the full number instead of the abbreviated number is just not a big deal. But honestly, seeing the full number, especially for small creators, is just really fulfilling, makes you feel good, lets you know where you're at, and lets other people know where you're at as well. They say that you'll still be able to track your exact amount of subscribers privately in the creator studio. But the fact that you won't even get an accurate reading of maybe a goal you were trying to reach, this stuff gives us encouragement as creators, and the fact that it's being taken away from us just because of this one big scandal from one really big YouTuber, it's kind of upsetting. James Charles had this power. His impact on the YouTube community is truly terrifying because big YouTubers are indeed really close with the higher ups. I just don't think that someone with this much of a voice on YouTube should be saying any part of the community should be deleted. This is obviously going to upset the whole community, and I'm mostly just hurt by these comments. Obviously, it's personal, affects me, I love my channel. These videos are not to bash or talk badly about anyone. I haven't said James Charles is a horrible person in this video. I'm just expressing that what he said has major effects, and the power of his words hold very high meaning to the higher ups at YouTube. This community is to hold people accountable and spread awareness about things that are going on the YouTube community. I've loved news before I can remember, and to Anna, the girl on the panel that left about us not being journalists, I promise you, the research and the time that goes into these videos is far greater than you imagine. And on the same level as most journalists, we are proudly part of the YouTube community and will fight to keep our voices strong. The T community is a legit community of hardworking creators. We have connections with YouTubers to the point where some people think we're actually on their payroll. I promise that YouTubers in the community that aren't covered because they haven't stirred the pot probably watch our channel and have the same opinions on what we talk about. I mean, watch any T Channel Jaclyn Hill video or anybody else, the researchers, the scientists that posted videos for crying out loud, and tell me you would still use the lipstick after. Can't tell me our videos don't have facts or real reporting, cause why else would she have to give everybody a refund for the lipsticks? Case closed. James Charles, please don't try to get our community deleted or make it harder for us to express a constitutional right of freedom of speech. I'm mostly addressing James in this video because he has personally contacted T channels in the past. This video is obviously quite a hefty one, and I just want to make it clear that the statement James has made was made clear to a good majority of the T community who are not happy with his words. This doesn't mean that this is going to affect us making videos about him in the future. Every single video is not personal. It's reporting something that happened. The fact that James Charles is saying in this video that he still believes in freedom of speech is just so contradicting, I can't even process it. But I do want to know what you guys think about what he has to say about our community. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. I'm truly curious. I really do love you guys, and especially your Morgan Adam conspiracy theory. I see you guys in the comments, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.